Hello, everyone. Welcome to the JAWA podcast. This is season 9, episode 5. I hope I got that right. If I didn't, then...
Oh, well!
No, I'm pretty sure I got that right. I just double-checked. Like I was on the podcast wiki page. If not, then I'll be like, I just channeled my inner Jazzy.
Oh, God.
Actually, no, if I did my inner Jazzy, I probably would have said this is season 10, like episode 11 or something.
Yeah.
Or even more absurd, but it would be like, we're in season 49, episode 2.
Just way in the future.
We come from you 15 years
We've been here for far too long.
Get us out.
Help!
Save us!
Showers lasted too long, help.
Oh, God.
Today, I'm joined by, of course, Iron Skull,
Hello.
Rose,
Hey.
and the man who we had to figure out how to pronounce his name.
Before we started.
Yeah.
Heyo.
The international man of mystery, which we wanted to call him Austin Powers. But it's wow, did I just forget how to say it?
My son. No,
It's mission.
Wow, I have to remember. Wow. Here's gonna be the new thing. I forget how to pronounce people's names. One night we just forgets about people's names in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do Austin Powers, I mean, I'm cool with that.
It'll be his new nickname. He's Austin Powers.
There we go.
Works for me.
We'll just be like, okay, so Austin, what is your opinion of this?
It was me, Austin.
Oh no!
It was me the whole time.
Groovy, baby, yeah.
Jesus.
Let's see. What should I start on? I'm gonna save this for later. So, April Fools happened. A lot happened this year compared to other years. It seemed like everybody wanted in on the action this year on April Fools.
Yeah.
So of course we had the actual announcement from Nightwing that we turned to Sheev. Plus some other things that he said and whatnot. He did of course say a few things were actual ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a secret to everybody here on out, which he's gonna kill me for. Some April Fools he's probably gonna do from here on out. He's gonna do half a joke and half real ideas. So just look out for those things.
Yep,
We're just going to guess which one's
Yeah, we
right.
got
Yeah,
it.
you just have to guess. And usually the most absurd things are the April Fools things.
Until that one time he tricks us and...
And then, until the one time he actually tells the council, actually everything I put in there is a complete joke. And of course we had the one thing that got me was when Doctor did the rule breaker report on you.
Oh,
Rose.
God.
Oh, God, that was great.
He started writing it, and I was just there, like, I just looked over his shoulder and went, what are you doing? and then he go on the event server and lame him. I'm like, oh, all right.
I actually thought it was an actual admin report at first.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh, it's in the wrong section.
I like Boss's response and
Yeah.
how you typed it.
Yeah.
And then who else did things? I know Muku and like 2 other members of the council decided to do their leaving thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nightwing was like, I can't do this. I can't go along with this plan. I just only returned recently. And I was like, this would be very uncharacteristic of me if I went along with it too, because I've never left over anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention I've been stuck here, not allowed to leave ever since Link's era. Link was the first person to ever tell me you're not allowed to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't leave. I have to go down with the ship. This means if it ever goes down.
Oh no.
I'm gonna be trapped at the bottom of the sea.
Forever.
Forever. Isn't that from The Sandlot?
Yeah, that's from The Sandlot.
Oh, I love that movie.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
Who else?
L7.
Sorry, I have a lot of build up in my throat right now. I've been trying to get that out before I knew I was going to have to host this episode. Of course, Nightwing has it worse right now. He's still sick.
Yeah. You should have heard him on Voice with me and Link earlier. It was horrible.
Does he sound more like Sidious now than ever?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh my god.
You know,
Apparently he has the Sidious laugh going on.
He does. I've heard it. We should try to have him do the laugh when he was facing Yoda. He might be able to do it spot on.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were talking about this earlier, how people in the UK just don't like going to the doctors in general.
Yeah. We don't. It's like, we sit there and we're just like, oh, we'll just take some painkillers, it'll go away. Even
Oh,
when
and
it-
knock on your head with little hammers.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Hammers?
No, empty pop bottles. It wasn't the actual doctors, it was the
Oh, God. See, we should have been recording at that
We
point.
should have.
Yeah, but you guys still bust out laughing about it again.
Yeah, but nobody else is going to get it now.
It's just how that entire time Ian just genuinely thought I meant the actual doctor was bashing a pop bottle on my head while I've got an headache.
That whole
Until
time I'm
the
saying,
last
asking
minute.
you to check him to see if he has a doctor's license.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that first either.
You know. The next time he does that to you, you should ask him: does he actually have a medical degree to do this? Where's his credentials to show that he is qualified to do this?
My credentials are from Surgeon Simulator.
Oh, no.
Well, I only trust you if you get straight A's in doing your procedures. And even then, it's not like it's real surgery that you're actually simulating there. Let's just use this saw to break open the rib cage.
Who gave us lasers?
Just a random hammer on the table where you bash someone's teeth out.
We don't need to put these birds back in.
This is a medical tool. This is a medical hammer. It's not like a normal hammer, even though it looks like a normal hammer. Why did you just send me that image, Iron?
Because it was funny.
I'm not even gonna say what that image is.
I'll send it to Rose and Misun because it's funny.
What? Did you send it to them?
Yeah, I'm sending it to him now. I'm sending it to Misun now.
Oh my god. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, God. Thank you for showing me that program, Diab, where I can cut out certain things from a screenshot.
I now regret it. I don't use it for those purposes. I just do it to quickly take a screenshot.
Oh, God.
Because it's not easier than pressing print screen and then open up Photoshop and then cropping it out.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we're all in the arts club. I just realized that.
Oh, yeah, holy
Arts for
crap.
the win.
Last time this happened was many seasons ago.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I guess to be fair, whenever Nightwing hosts with us in it too, Iron.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But we never really noticed that as well.
Yeah.
We just all we are for the podcast is the Holy Trinity at this point. Nightwing and Iron can basically take credit being part of the originals of the new era. Well, the new era.
Yeah.
Let's never forget when I came back with the old people to start the new era, and then they all decided to leave me after a season in. Not my fault. It wasn't, I swear.
Sure.
That's what they all say.
And now we're down to
Alright,
the
what's
fourth.
next?
What?
I said, alright, what's next?
I was seeing how there's only 4 of us left now.
Yeah.
What's next? Well, version 39 of the JAWA skin pack has been released, which I believe Nightwing had an April Fool's skin put into it, which now he needs Muku to go and switch it out and put his actual skin in it. So I think whoever downloaded the skin pack prior to to that time, you need to go
Now
download it again.
Honestly, I didn't even realise it were out yet. So. Shows how much I check on phones.
So basically Nightwing April Fool's the skin pack with a Rodian skin.
Nice.
And now he told Muku, take out that skin and put back in my Zabrak skin.
Yo.
Did they do that, by the way? Did they update?
I don't know, actually.
Let me take a look. I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Oh no, everyone has Rodian Nightwing. Honestly, that would have been scary if he actually did go Rodian.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Because it would have felt like we went back in time to the earlier days of JAWA when everybody was basically a Rodian.
Yeah.
Like, I think back then we had Jack was a Rodian, Runner was a Rodian. There were like a few other Rodians which I forget. I think even Niner was a Rodian at one point too.
I had a Rodian skin custom made for me on Jedi Knight 2 way back in the day.
Well, now Iron has it made he was a Rodian as well back in the day.
I never used it though.
I've never used a Rodian skin. Of course, never forget the one phase that I think we went through that was more prominent, which was the Keldor phase.
Oh, yes.
Where pretty much everybody was a Keldor.
Nightwing, Arios, Jazzy, a few others.
I mean, Arios is still a Keldor.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
See, at least not many people can say they have an awesome power skin, so.
Exactly. My skin just keeps changing.
And thanks to Nightwing for the Dr. Evil skin to go with it.
Someone needs to become Dr. Eva at this point, man. So we have people who are all the awesome power characters, and someone has to be number 2.
I vote Nightwing for Dr. Evil.
Who's going to be Mini-Me, though?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
You would have to use the JAWA model scale to make that happen.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait, no, if Nightwing's Dr. Evil, then surely Jacoby should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't that make sense to number 2?
What about Night?
Sorry, system, you're down number 2.
Who'd be Scotty?
That could be.
Oh.
I don't. I guess. Iron can be.
No.
I always remember the. Well, now I don't remember because of saying who Scotty should be.
God.
Oh yeah. It was that scene when they were back in was it college or university, and how Eva was like, "Hey, look, everyone, I'm number 1," and then number 2's like, "Hi, I'm number 2."
I like the part where Scotty's just running away, and I think it was the third one, in the submarine or something. And Dr. Dave was just like, I'd like to point out that nobody else in my gene pool runs like a girl. Oh god.
Who throws a cupcake? Honestly.
Who throws a cupcake?
Oh god. Also, the other scene was when Austin was fighting that lady who just wouldn't die. She's getting hit by the and then she's like, "The fall will kill us both." And he's like, puts her in front of him.
Yeah.
Why won't you die?
And then there was always that rumor of another movie coming out, but never did.
Yeah,
I still think it's going to come out. Actually, Mike Myers just did a little skit as Dr. Evil on Jimmy Fallon.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, searching on YouTube. It's actually pretty good.
He's one of my favorite actors. I love him so much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look at that.
Even though I hear there are stories about how he's kind of hard to work with, like he's very precise, I guess.
A lot of those guys, I think, are hard to.
Well, yeah. They wanted to be perfect. I'm guessing that's why.
I bought a Wayne's World hat just to wear for work a couple of weeks ago. Just to wear a Wayne's World hat, just to. That's a little fun at work.
Just to party on.
Yeah. Just to party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth.
Or maybe everyone should just be characters from Mike Myers films. In that case, the Doctor should be Shrek because that's what I call him.
Oh no!
He used to burst through the bedroom door, kicking it, and just go, "Somebody want," and I'm like,
Oh, jeez.
Oh no!
So now his ringtone every time he rings me is that.
Nice.
So I know it's him.
Oh god, the entire Smash Mouth phase in general.
Yeah.
It's still going on today.
Yep.
If anything, it's becoming more popular now.
Yeah.
Since when did All-Star just decided to become a meme?
I know, right?
When did anything decide to become a meme?
Good question. Nowadays, everything's a meme.
Yeah.
I remember on Twitter like 2 days ago, and it was just about 5 memes in one. I'm just like, oh god, no.
Jeez.
What I'm realizing now by using certain bots on Discord for like memes and stuff, we basically exited the golden age of memes. Now we're just going downhill. Now the memes are getting worse.
Yeah.
You know, it's only a matter of time before memes just die out completely. Now this is the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
And then
Long live the meme.
And then before the memes die out completely, people will do a last ditch effort to revive it by bringing back the old classics, but it won't work. It'll be too late already.
Yeah.
I only have one thing left typed up on here, and it's not really much to have a huge discussion about.
Really? Oh gosh.
I should have just started off with that actually, so we knew it was going to go a little bit uphill. Actually, no, I still have all the rank changes to talk about, but
So what you're saying is we're gonna go downhill now.
Quite fast.
yeah, really fast. I mean, you know how it takes a while for you to descend down the hill. No, it's just going to go straight down.
There you go. There's the title. Straight down.
You know, it's just a sudden plunge to the depths of the abyss. Remember how whenever we did it with Dragon, we're going off the tracks. You know, the trains were flying off of the rails and everything.
Derailed.
You know, we're not derailed anymore. We're now plunging to the
train
depths
is
of the abyss.
flipping upside down.
There's no train anymore. We're now walking down the hill and we're plunging to our death into the abyss. We don't know how far it goes. Straight down into nothingness. So the third round of the JAWA ladder is going on currently.
Nice.
We're getting very
Yeah,
close.
the doctor beat me. He beat me bad.
I got beat as normal in the first match. I was just there for the.
Let's see. What was your
participation.
score when you got beaten?
I had 0.
You, I see it right there.
Yeah, he
I
beat me
actually got
5
3
to
kills.
0.
I actually got 2 kills.
Wow.
I mean, that was the second round, though. I got past the first round, luckily.
Oh wow.
In my match, I lost the first one, then I switched to the Dr. Evil skin. Then I won that one, and I lost the next one. So I switched back to Awesome Powers. I kept switching skins every time I would lose to think that would help me.
So right
Come
now
out.
for round 3, Doctor beat Bosk 3-0,
Nice.
which that's actually an upset, I would think.
Yeah.
He was so happy about that.
I bet.
Bosk, how could you lose?
To the doctor of all people. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, doctor!
Well,
Just
we know.
kidding!
Well, we know he's in the other room. You know, Rose could just
Yeah.
go get him for you.
Yeah, but he's gonna listen to this.
Well, yeah. And of course, we know Boss always listens to this as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And like how Boss is like, how do you even know I listen to this?
We know everything.
Yeah.
We're the JAWA podcast. We know everything. We do our research.
Yeah,
We know our demographic. We know our viewers. Shadow beat Phobo from 4-1.
Mhm.
And then Cloud9 defeated Jacko. What? Jacko, how could you lose 3-0? And then Arios advances automatically because I think Seth he dropped out. I think because he went on
Yeah.
LOA.
Yeah, he did.
Does that mean we're pretty much at the semifinals at this point? Or is it still
I
like one
think
more
so.
round?
No, I think we're at the semifinal. I think.
Yeah, I think
No idea. I stopped keeping track once I was
yeah,
out.
we are. So it's
So
going
right
to so it's going to be Cloud9 taking on the Doctor.
Yeah.
And then it's going
Nice.
to be Shadow taking on Arios.
Oh, I look forward to seeing that one.
And then, so at this point, who do you think is going to win this year's ladder? Judging about how the semifinals are going to be.
Well, if I say anybody but the Doctor, he'll kill me. So, I really don't know. Like, I think there's quite a few good people. Well, they're all really good fighters. So it literally could be anybody.
I might.
I'm gonna go with Shadow.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I'm going to take the safe bet and bet on Shadow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Doctor does have a good chance. He's number 1 on the Power 10 right now.
He is, yeah.
I'm sure he was happy about that.
Yep.
I
Been
have
number 1 a few times.
I have
But
to say, the block changes have done wonders for him. well, to be fair, the blocks are a lot better now, so, there's no
Yeah.
absurd blocking, so he actually can kill people a lot easier now.
Yeah, I can actually kill Nightwing now.
Yeah, he can actually kill me now,
I
too.
red
with your-
DFA'd him this morning like 15 times.
Well, let's be
Wow.
fair, it doesn't matter. You always DFA people that many times, no matter what the settings
That's
are.
true. But usually Nightwing avoids it.
And I usually always block it.
Yeah. Well, no, you don't block me. You kick me in the face, and then it sends me flying backwards.
No, I blocked your DFAs with a swing, actually. Actually, no, that's real block. I've actually threw a swing with
Yeah.
every DFA. But, for me, it's one of those things you can't really time. You just do it and you hope you can block it. But I will say, with how the blocks are now, it's kind of hard to kick people away because even more so, you're more vulnerable than ever.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tried kicking Doctor away in a FFA yesterday and he killed me.
Oh, jeez.
Or Boss would come behind me and just overhead me.
Yeah.
He's got to watch your back between those two. Let's see. We have quite a bit of rank ups clubs. People like join clubs. There's really haven't been any awards given out this time, surprisingly. Wait, no one's been given the participation award from the last league. Usually people get participation awards. Was nobody worthy of a participation award this time?
Apparently not.
No.
Yeah, I'm
We're
looking
not
at-
worthy.
Who was the last person to get one then? From the league.
I don't know.
Not sure.
Like I'm starting to go back a bit.
I think I just came up with a new JAWA award, the International JAWA of Mystery.
Well, obviously you did get that.
I guess I should go check the participation award page itself if they have.
It was Sephiroth.
Yeah. In January, which means nobody has gotten one from the league in 2 months.
Oh wow.
I guess that means no one has been worthy. Damn. That's all I can think of. Usually they're really on top of it, usually on top of giving them every month.
Yeah.
It just stopped. Was it because of the whole leadership changes that they just forgot to give people participation?
Probably.
Maybe.
Not to mention, I don't think Nightwing can be bothered right now to think of anybody to give one to. He'll be like, I can barely speak, and you want me to think? So I'm gonna go down the list. This is the list of people for rank ups and stuff come from the day, I think, prior to before I released the episode, the last episode. So I think it started from the 18th and onward because nothing happened before the recording ended. So I just went off from there. So I should not miss anything at this point. If I somehow ended up missing something, I apologize in advance. But I did look at the dates, and I did go back as like a page or two just to ensure, and going back a page or two is way too far.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go down from the list, from late to current, basically. So Adonis became a admin on March 18. Let's see. Quanjo came out of retirement and was given back his former rank of Guardian on March 18. Agent entered retirement on March 19. Night Owl passed his Padawan trial on March 19. Let's see. I'm trying to look on one point where I think a lot of people end up passing a lot of trials on one day. So I have to make sure I don't do that individually when I get to it. Coffee King was promoted to Knight on March 20th. Agent Jazz was promoted to Knight on March 21st. There's a name that I might end up not saying correctly. Sephirosu.
I think that's it. Yeah.
That's right,
yeah.
Okay.
2K8.
Yeah. Sephirosu.
Yeah, I didn't put his 2K. Yeah, I just did Sephirosu. It's promoted. I don't know. It just sounds weird saying that completely. So I'm just gonna say Sephirosu. He was promoted to Jedi on March 21st as well. And on top that same day as well, both Doctor and Rose were both promoted to Knight as well. At this point, they're bound to be promoted to the same rank together each time.
Yeah.
Literally have every time, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we decided to somehow plan it that way. not to mention
Stop telling our secrets.
to be fair, they both kind of returned on the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not kind of. They did.
Yeah, they did. So that's why they're getting promoted to the same rank on the same day.
Yeah.
Me and Doctor planned that, obviously.
Yeah.
They decided how to break the system.
Yeah.
Flobo joined the Knights Club on March 22nd. The 14th Prophet joined JAWA on March 23rd. And then now we do a 3-day leap because apparently nothing happened in those few days. Damn, we're doing so well. Like almost every day something was going on and then nothing. I mean that's kind of true though, isn't it? For like on this day, isn't there like
It's nice having a break of 3 days when I'm updating that stuff.
like didn't you say nothing happens in January?
Pretty much, yeah.
It
was very dead in January.
Ramen was promoted to Jedi on March 26th. Arluin joined the Ambassadors Club on March 26th. Doc entered retirement on March 26th. I actually was looking at the topic posted in the rank changes and stuff, and I was like, I was posted on the 30th, but good thing systems put on the 26th.
Yeah.
Because I stopped, I was like, wait, he didn't retire on the 30th. It was sooner than that. And then on March 27th, Arduin passed the Padawan trial, and Chemist passed the Guardian trial. And then the next day, Sephiroth, Doom, and Sovereign, they all passed the Padawan trial on that day.
Very nice.
Everyone's just passing the Padawan trials at this point.
Yeah, that was the day a couple of the council just went in, just like, let's get all these people done.
Yeah, but what if they don't want to?
I know, right?
Was that Trial Tuesday or something like that?
It's not a real thing, but
yeah, it's not like it's top of our to-do list of Trial Tuesday.
That's not going to be a thing from there on out.
It's not Taco Tuesday, it's Trial Tuesday.
It's Trial Tuesday, and guess what, guys? It's Promotion Wednesday.
Oh, God.
It would never work having a set promotion day.
No.
Yeah.
Just think, it'd be like, didn't Nightwing already explain it, how, we go on there, we wait for the people who are supposed to be promoted, if they don't come on, we're like, well, sorry guys, the people who are supposed to get promoted are not here.
Yeah. FFA!
They proceed to spawn 100 Rancors to crash the
server. Oh, yes.
And then on April 2nd, Doom joined the event planners. And then on April 2nd, Chemist joined the Knights Club. People are just joining the Knights Club. Like, so many people joining clubs now.
Yeah, Knights has a lot of people in it right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I might have forgotten that's right, Arduin joined the Arts Club. I don't make announcements when people join the Arts Club. But it just dawned on me that he joined. I was like, that's right, Arduin joined the Arts Club. I accept that. And let's see. I don't think we ever said that Night Owl joined the Arts Club on March 4th.
Oh yeah, he did too.
He did that as well. And then Krell also joined on March 2nd. Because this is why this is because I don't make announcements on that. Even though I guess I should help myself when I'm hosting to type down a series of events and rank changes and everything. So at this point I have to say thanks me in the past for not helping me be prepared for the future. My past self is usually nicer.
49, episode 10 or something.
But I will say the past me is usually more nicer to the future me, because I usually prepare myself for future things I don't think I would need to, be prepared for. And then on April 3rd, Natsumi entered retirement.
Yeah.
On April 8th, Zixit returned to JAWA. I hope I said that correctly.
No, it's Zix.
Zix? What? Zix?
There's no second I.
Oh, so is this Zix?
Yeah.
Oh God, words are not my strong suit, as if anybody has noticed.
Police are coming for somebody.
Well,
Yes,
yeah, I'm notorious to having sirens.
yeah.
Here's the thing: what's going on right now? The fire truck is trying to get out, but there are so many cars, and luckily, he's forced everybody to go, even though there's a red light.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Because he basically made red lights everywhere else. That's one thing I never knew, that when fire trucks and police cars go, they can, I guess, they can manipulate.
Yeah, they have a
it.
switch
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can trigger the lights.
Because it was when we were going out to eat for dinner on my birthday, and we were walking back, and a fire truck was coming, and it was about time for us to cross the street. And then we couldn't cross because they had to go. even though we had the
Guy driving's like, nope.
even though they didn't turn, they went straight. They still refused to let us cross straight. Because we were going to be anywhere near them. It's like, really, we can't go anywhere. So we had to wait another 2 minutes for the entire cycle to go before we could cross. I have to say, people who you press the button to signal you want to cross when it's ready. People here in Hawaii, what they like to do is they're so impatient. They keep pressing the button over and over.
Dude,
and over.
I
people
do
do that
that.
everywhere.
I do that.
Yeah.
You are the type
We
of
don't even press the
people
button, we just cross.
I hate looking at, because I just think to myself, no matter how much you press that button, it's not going to change any faster.
It might.
It'd be funny if, like, every time you press the button, it just resets it back to 0.
Oh, God, that'd be
when I was in
hilarious.
when I went to Seattle for that one week, I went to Seattle and Portland. In Seattle, their crosswalk buttons. When you press the button, a light pops up, and then a voice says "wait," and they keep saying "wait" every now and then. If you press the button, it says "wait." You keep pressing it, it goes "wait, wait, 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 wait." So I was telling my mom and brother, we need to take a video of this and then send it to, like, our governor or mayor back at home and tell them we need to have this. And this might stop people from pressing the button, because it'll annoy them if they have to keep pressing. They hear that voice saying "wait."
Although, then you'll get the little kids who just keep pressing, like, wait.
Yeah, that's
What,
true.
what if the
And
person's
that's
deaf and
why-
they can't hear it?
And that's why I said it gets to a point, if you keep pressing it, by Hawaii standards, it needs to start telling you off to stop pressing the button.
Stop pressing the damn
Because-
button!
I would probably
because-
keep playing it, even if I could hear that sound. I'd probably keep pressing it, just
Yeah.
Same.
just to be that person.
Because in Hawaii, the only way to have someone stop is you literally have to tell them off. Because if not, they're just going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I can't stand it when people just keep pressing the button. It's like, stop. That's why I'm so happy whenever I go for my allergy shots and I have to go catch the bus after. It's usually only me having to cross, so I'm the only one who has to press the button. And I press it once. Actually, I usually do it like 4 times, because this one over here, you can't really tell if you pressed it or not.
No.
You have to actually replace it, but over here, it's not really a big secret, but our state government's pretty bad at keeping things upkeep. They're pretty bad at that. Well, my island in particular, I don't know how, because you like to go to Maui a lot. I'm not sure how the state government over there is. But over
Wisconsin's pretty decent.
Hmm?
Wisconsin's pretty decent.
I think other states are much better than Hawaii in terms of upkeeping their roads and everything else in general. Over here, they only repave the roads if they absolutely need to. And usually they only repave the main roads. Other than that, like side streets, neighborhoods, and stuff,
Oh,
and
no,
valleys, they don't really care about those.
That's the same here up in Wisconsin. Yeah, the roads suck.
Yeah.
There's a big pothole actually in the road right across from my house.
There's about every single road over here has got potholes. There's
Oh,
got
nice.
at least 5. Like, they'll repave it, and within minutes, there's potholes again. It's ridiculous.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Turns out there's just somebody with a shovel just going over there after they repave it.
Break the road open.
Like,
Actually, I guess it wouldn't be a shovel; it'd probably be a jackhammer.
They probably can't fix the road too well because they're spending all this money on the buttons for the crosswalk. So they say, "Wait for you." before you hit it.
Did I say that Lone Star joined JAWA on April 10th?
No,
I
you
don't
didn't.
think so.
No.
Okay, that's the last one. I'm sorry we missed you, Lone Star.
It's a different Lone Star than the 2016 one, I think, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah, let me take a look.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, because there's one that's now labeled as 2016 member.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Helena did that.
I don't know. I think it might have
Oh
been
no,
Nightwing.
Nightwing
Oh,
did
yeah.
it.
Raspberry. Only one man would ever give me raspberry. Lone Star.
I will say though, when I was in Seattle and Portland, it was the coldest I've ever been in. It was also
You've
the
clearly never been to the Midwest.
Oh yeah.
Well, not to mention, if we had our passports, I know my mom would have wanted to go to Vancouver up in British Columbia,
Oh, yeah.
which probably would be even more cold.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I just went and registered for a passport today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm going to Italy in August.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, cool.
I've got a passport because I went abroad once. And
This will be my
that's
first
it.
time.
I only went because my grandparents took me. But it was to Lanzarote. It was alright, but
It was the first time I ever got to see it snow when I was in Seattle.
Oh, wow.
It was when we were leaving Seattle to drive to Portland. It was just
Snow was
snow.
so awesome.
It was just snowing on the interstate.
I hate
I miss
snow.
the snow. I don't get snow out here unless I go into the mountains.
And then we were driving in Oregon, and since my brother wanted to take the scenic route into Portland because he wanted to go to Cannon Beach, which has this huge big rock thing in the ocean. So
It's actually middle of April and it's still snowing here.
It
Actually,
is.
just snowed a little bit
Winter-
yesterday.
winter has decided. I think it wants to stay all year long.
Yeah,
yeah,
winter will be
it's
here.
only just
Amazing.
stopped.
Probably until June. Like,
Yeah. It's only just stopped snowing here. It started to get warm, but that won't last.
it's making up since I was in Oklahoma City last year, the whole year. So I'm getting all the snow and some this year since I came back.
You know, at this point, I have a question to all the scientists out there. Are we sure this is not the coming of another snow age already, like another ice age?
I know, right?
I mean, other places are snowing, but here in Hawaii, we're dying of heat already. The cold up and left us. It's like the cold is like, we're leaving you guys. Here's the heat back. Enjoy your regular climate. And we're like, no, can you please stay? It was actually really nice too because it was really cold here, and it was helping prepare me for what was to come in Seattle and Portland. But then, 3-4 days before we left, it decided to get hot again, and I was like, this is not going to help me at all. But little did I know, my hands were not ready to feel what 40 degrees felt like in Seattle and Portland.
40 degrees.
40 degrees is nothing, man.
Right. Exactly.
I still wear shorts in
Exactly.
Wisconsin when it's like 10 degrees.
It's exactly
Yeah.
what I was telling my mom and brother over there. I was like, these people who live here all their life or years, they probably think this is nothing. But us being from Hawaii, we're in 70 to 90 degree weather constantly.
Yeah.
That is I was thinking, I'm like, is my body not adjusted? I'm going to my hands are just going to get frostbite at this point. but luckily,
I remember the. Oh, go ahead.
But luckily, within sadly though, within a week, when we were going to leave a week later, my hands were finally used to the cold. I was like, "Whoa, that's a
Get
shame."
gloves.
No, I don't know. I didn't need gloves. I was able to tough it out.
A lot of this winter was below zero, and I didn't even wear a jacket. I always just wore a sweatshirt. That's all I needed.
See, it's always cold here. Like that's
I
what
remember yeah. I remember the coldest I've ever been. It was like negative 15 degrees in Minnesota.
Oh, whoa.
And with like a negative 30-degree wind chill. And all I had on was a jacket.
Oh,
obviously, other clothes.
Just
Snow pants,
Just had a jacket on.
shoes, no hat, no earmuffs, no gloves.
I used
I
to
was
deliver.
so cold, and I was outside waiting for the school bus.
yeah,
I
it didn't
used to
get
deliver
that cold.
appliances in Duluth, and
Oh,
it was
wow.
like negative like 50. I remember one day we were delivering appliances. That was the
Oh,
worst day ever to have to, because the truck takes like 3 hours to warm up.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. Oh, I don't miss having to wait for the car to warm up. That's for sure.
I'm over
I do
here,
miss the snow, though.
and I'm over
Yeah.
here not knowing what that life is like.
You lucky son
It's
of
Yeah,
a...
you lucky.
well, here's the
At
thing
the
though.
moment,
Would you say I'm lucky if you lived here in a climate that you're always going to be sweating in every single day?
yeah,
Actually, I'd rather have the cold than the
I would
Yeah.
rather.
the heat.
I'd 100% rather have heat. I hate the cold. I can't stand it. I'm
Well-
always cold, even
well,
when
look-
it's hot.
Look at it
I'm
this way.
cold.
Our summers here
Oi.
have only been getting worse to the point that you actually need AC. We don't have AC. No amount of fans you have pointing at you is going to stop you from sweating. It's
Oh,
that
damn.
hot. The humidity in summer now has decided we're just going to kill you guys all who live in Hawaii. That's what it's decided every year.
Well, put it this way. At the moment, I know it's dark and everything, so it's a bit colder than it was probably this morning. But it's 43 degrees Fahrenheit at the moment, and that's hot. That's
Dang.
warm for us. And it's going to be at the end of the week. It's going to be like 73, 74. So we're all going to die.
If you banish
Oh,
your power all the
God.
time, we know why.
Exactly.
Should we have emergency teams on standby?
Yes,
Possibly.
yes.
There's going to be a massive heat stroke that happens in the UK.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All the British people will melt.
and then they'll somehow blame it all on Russia.
Oh, gosh. Let's not get into that.
Yeah, I'm just making a joke. Just blame it on Russia as well. they turned up
God.
our weather, our heat. They're not supposed to be 40 degrees all year long.
Yeah. Well, 40 degrees is really like hot for us. It's weird. I've just had to change my weather thing to say what the American version is.
Oh.
We go in Celsius, so I'm just like, well, I don't know what any of that means. But it's 6 degrees Celsius at the moment, so that's quite warm.
Oh, wow.
Why do they keep saying on the weather here that it's going to thunderstorm? It never does, even though they say it's going to. Like
Wishful
like
thinking.
last week Thursday, they said it was supposed to thunderstorm with lightning and everything heavily. Nothing.
That's what Oklahoma was kind of like too. It'd always say it's going to storm this day, and the day would come. It's pretty bright skies out there. Doesn't look like it's going to storm at all.
Yeah, that's what happens here a lot, too.
Yeah, when I was in
Yeah, we have the opposite.
when I was in Seattle, the first day we actually had there, it was actually very nice and sunny and everything. They said it was supposed to rain when we were walking down Pike Market area. There was a guy telling somebody saying, he said, yeah, the news said it was supposed to rain and everything, but all they do is, whatever they say is always the opposite. I'm like, it sounds like every other place has the same problem. Whatever the news says is the weather is usually the opposite.
Yeah, we'll get, it's going to be a heat storm, and then it won't stop raining. It's like -5 degrees Celsius. It's like, yeah, right, heat storm this.
What heat?
See British people going out in shorts and then just walking straight back in again.
Yeah, whenever we go to places like San Francisco and stuff, and we see people walking out in like pretty cold weather and like shorts and everything, we just think we're like, are these people from the UK? Because only people in the UK
Dude.
can probably
Yeah.
do something like that.
Okay.
That's us, yeah.
I have been skiing in shorts and a t-shirt before out here.
You are crazy.
No, it was like 70 degrees, but there was still snow on the ground.
Oh, okay, that's fine then.
It was amazing.
Well,
That was several years ago, though. I wouldn't do that anymore.
See, I would like snow if it was like that. If it was really hot outside but it was snowing, I'd like it. I just don't like it because it's always cold.
Yeah.
I was gonna say though, well, I would think you'd be able to do that, Iron, considering you're Canadian.
Oh yeah.
you know. At this point, there are two people who I think can withstand the cold. People who live in the UK and Canadians, as well as Russians.
Yep.
Too. Even Russians, because they have the worst winters.
Oh yeah. Do not want.
I think anybody that lives up north in the world are immune to the cold, basically.
Oh yeah.
In some sort of fashion.
Unless you're Nightwing.
Well, Nightwing lives near me.
Oh, okay.
He literally lives an hour away from me.
Oh, wow.
So,
Have you guys ever met Nightwing?
I have not.
I'm talking to the girls. Have you guys ever met Nightwing in person?
oh no, not yet. Sorry,
No.
Doctor just walked in.
Is he hitting you over the head with an empty bottle?
It was like,
Ask him where his medical license is.
No, I've not met Nightwing yet. We are trying to plan where me, Doctor, Nightwing, and JT, John Terry, all meet up for a drink.
I remember
Nice.
telling Nightwing that maybe one day I need to get myself into the UK. And he's like, "Why do you want to come here for?"
Yeah.
You'll hear that from every British person when someone goes, "Oh, I really want to come to UK." You're like, "Why?
Yeah, I even
Why do
told
you want
Link.
to be?"
I even told Link. Link's like, "There's nothing in London."
Yeah. See, I love London, even though I don't really like the UK. I love London, but I wouldn't come there. I wouldn't go there for like a holiday or anything. Like,
What is there in the UK? Is there other than London?
Fields.
field, cities. I live in a city, so there's that. No, it's like it's weird because like one side you'll look and it'll be like offices and like a city and like shops and everything, and then other side it'll just be fields, and you're like, what?
Oh wow.
So does anybody
Yeah.
ever go to London and then they decide, might as well just go to Paris, just right across the channel?
Yeah.
I'll take the ferry across.
I'm saying that I've been to London a few times, but I've never been to Paris. It's not far. But no, UK's alright. Apart from the coldness, it's not that bad. It's just I wouldn't choose to come here if I didn't live here.
But you know the funny thing is though, how everybody says the same thing about wherever they live. Like people are like, "Oh, you live in Hawaii. I wish I could come to Hawaii." And I just think to myself, "Why do you want to come to Hawaii for?"
Yeah. It's because you're so used to it. You're just like,
Yeah.
it's just home, and it's just.
Although, I will say, I don't feel that way about California because I mean we have Disneyland.
Well,
I want to go
let's
to
be
Disneyland.
let's be fair though. You guys may have hear more signs. What's going on? What's coming down this? oh,
Wait. Wait.
oh! This one's
Wait.
turning right this time. He's not going straight up like the other one did. Yeah, there's I don't know how many times I said this on the podcast, but the firehouse is literally right up the street for where I live.
Yeah.
Like I can walk there within like 2 minutes. It's right there.
It's alright because I can walk to a football ground in 2 minutes, and
wow.
when the football's on, you know it's on. You can all our windows are closed, doors are locked, and you can hear people screaming and chanting, and you're like, oh no.
I was thinking you were talking about football for a second and not.
Nope, soccer for us.
Yeah. So, I always say football when I talk about the other football, the real the soccer. I always say
Yeah, football.
What I
It's
like,
real football.
what I like how I like to distinguish it is football for soccer, and then I call our football here American football.
American
yeah,
football,
yeah,
regular
yeah.
football. Because to be fair, where I'm from and live, is the home of the first ever football team. So
Oh wow.
Nice.
it's football.
Yeah.
Simple.
I still don't understand why over here we call it football when it's technically handball.
Yeah, right? I guess football just sounds better.
Yeah,
Is your football rugby? Or is that...
It's
Do you
like
have rugby as well?
It's kind of like...
it's like I guess a good way to say it's kind of like a rip off of rugby in our own
Yeah,
terms.
a cheap knockoff.
Yeah. We kind of, I guess, change the rules around a bit and stuff to make it how we would like to play it. And now all of our American watchers for like American football are gonna hate us.
They're gonna kill me.
I don't like British football.
Knock off a rugby.
But it's actually interesting. I was actually reading how which came first, the word football or soccer. Apparently, this is soccer came first, but football kind of stuck. It's stuck in the end.
Yeah.
But here in the U.S., we call it soccer because we're like it's the first thing that was ever called. But
I mean, football's like a lazy bit. Like, I always find this, like, Americans or any other country have, like, cool names for things compared to UK. Like, you have soccer, it sounds like, kind of posh and whatever. And then here, it's football because you kick it with your foot. It's like,
well,
we're just so lazy with words.
It's more practical sense of the use of the words. It's football than give it a cool name like it's soccer.
Well, yeah, but like even things like you said, what is it, like a sidewalk? We call it a path. It's like we have the most boring names for stuff.
We have path here too.
Path.
I'm just thinking, are we stuck in the 1700s where we're still calling roads paths and everything?
Honestly, like
has
that
UK not transitioned out of traditional words basically?
Pretty much no. Honestly, we've some names. I've got quite a few American friends that aren't just in JAWA and stuff. I've got some on like Facebook and whatnot, and we have the conversation so much about how UK words are just so. Well, I always say anyway that UK words are just so rubbish.
And which is interesting, considering a lot of people in the UK would say people in the US are speaking and saying things wrong.
Oh well, yeah. Like some things you said wrong, but not all of it. Like something, I think that you've just got nicer names for some stuff.
Although, to be fair, pub and bar are basically the same.
Oh yeah, we still said bar and stuff, but the bar is like in the pub.
Oh.
The bar is what you go up to get your drinks, and what people stand behind. The pub is the actual building.
Oh.
America's weird because how a word can change just state line. Like we'll say soda, Minnesota will say pop, like that type of thing.
Yeah, we say pop. Yeah,
I used to say pop all the time in Minnesota. Now I say soda.
in certain places around the U.S., that you can actually like section it off and how people call it. Like over here, we call it.
Some people call it a Coke.
Yeah, I read that the other day. I was like, what? No, I always considered Coke just the Coke, not.
Yeah, just the actual.
The whole pop is Coke.
Yeah.
Well, no, because if you say you want a Coke and then really you're after like a Tango, it's like what?
Yeah.
Wait, I want Sprite.
Yeah. Like over here. Yeah. If you say you want Coke, you mean Coca-Cola. You want Coca-Cola. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, like how people like say how do you call it pop, soda pop. It's like what I don't know. At this point, I guess it's just let every region have their own way of saying it. Don't try to change it all to one thing.
Oh yeah. Like sometimes I'll say things though and I'll forget that people don't always understand, because it's not even just like the UK. Like where like in Sheffield we have like different words for things where someone who lives an hour away will have for the same product it'll be called something different, and I get confused about that too. I'm just like I'll go down where my nana lives. She lives near London, and I'll ask for like I don't know, like a chip butter, and they'll be like, what? Like, you're from the UK, how do you not know what that is? It's like, can I have a bread cake? And they're like, a what? And it's like, I don't know what you call it. The bread that looks like a cake. I don't know.
I always find it kind of funny. Don't you guys call like cookies biscuits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because cookies are a certain type of biscuit. So if you ask for cookies here, you'll get actual chocolate chip cookies.
So if you if you go to the UK, you ask, yeah, I'd like a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. They'd be like, really? You want bacon, eggs, and cheese between 2 cookies?
Yeah, between like
that sounds
with some poor ones. Yeah. No, you don't call it that.
Honestly, that's like the one thing people, the British get on the Americans for is us creating cookies, what cookies are and what biscuits are.
And when you said biscuit, one thing that me and Doctor always say, and we always like have this discussion with Muku, is biscuits and gravy, because to us that's the brown gravy that you have on a Sunday dinner with bourbons and chocolate chip cookies, and it's like, ew.
That sounds amazing too.
Wow, like biscuits and gravy here is like how the biscuits are here with like a white gravy.
Yeah. It's like I know that, but when people say I'm having biscuits and gravy, I just sort of gip a little bit. I'm like, just like, no.
I don't know why though, but my mom and brother like biscuits and gravy. Like,
I love biscuits and gravy.
I don't know. I don't understand the hype behind it.
There's this place near me.
Video once, and someone in the UK said that root beer to them tastes like their cough syrup over there.
Oh God.
Probably. I've never had root beer, but I'm gonna get it. A lot of things taste like cough syrup, though. To be fair.
Yeah.
No,
Conspiracy theory: sodas are actually cough syrup in different forms.
Yeah. That's like if you come over and you ask
sick.
soda.
She doesn't drink enough soda.
Oh God.
Mail him some root beer.
Oh God.
Someone's backing up.
Somebody's backing up.
Was that a bus that was backing up? Because I just heard a bus sound after.
Lots of activities today over at Diab's.
Yep.
Yeah, luckily you can't hear the construction.
Oh jeez.
I can hear it loud and clear in other rooms, but luckily here it doesn't really come near me here. So it is a good thing they're done putting up the building. Now they're just finishing up the inside and out.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
But every now and then you hear them hammering at stuff. Yeah, they decided the University of Hawaii decided to build a huge dorm in front of us.
Oh man.
So now that's all I'm staring at right now. Well, not really staring at it. I mean, I can still see the mountains and everything. But it's just now I have this huge building that's kind of blocking the road. Like I used to be able to see the road down there. That's how small of things that used to be down. Like how small of a building they used to be down there. They tore that down and they put up a huge building. Things like 14 like floors or something.
Oh wow.
Either 12 or 14 is one of those.
Yeah, it's never going to be 13.
Well, a building. I've noticed some buildings that have over like 13 floors. They don't even have the number 13 on there.
Yeah, it's superstition type thing.
An interesting thing. On one day we were flying back from San Francisco. The flight was empty, basically empty, and we're wondering why. And then we figured out when we landed, it was Friday the 13th. It was actually quite nice. Actually, they actually let us move around and change seats if we wanted to, because there's barely anybody on the plane. They didn't really care.
I actually had. Oh wow! I had that happen on the way to Hawaii this last time I went there, which is ridiculous because so many people are always going there.
Well,
the plane was almost completely empty. It was amazing.
Wow.
It was like a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah, what I learned is a lot of people from Hawaii like to go to Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Las Vegas. I don't really think we like going to LA because I don't think there's that much flights to LA for us, like on Hawaiian Airlines. Like Hawaiian likes to fly to Seattle, San Francisco, and Las Vegas.
I'd like to go all to them. I'd like to go to them all. I'm not fussy. I just want to go to America. I just want to.
I remember Link has been telling me like how he wants to get himself over to Hawaii one day. And I'm just like, oh no, he's gonna come looking for me. He'll be shouting on the streets, Diab, where are you? I know you're out here somewhere.
Well, if you find the fire station, then walk 2 minutes and you'll find me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but which fire
Just follow the sirens.
When you get to a university dorm, you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you get near an area where you just go straight up, and University of Hawaii is literally straight up where I live. Yeah, then you're pretty much where I live. It's actually a very busy area because there's a lot of intersections where cars go and everything. It's also where
Go on.
Oh, it's also where the cars go on the freeway and everything. So it's very busy.
See, both me and Doctor want to go, which is good considering, we're together, and otherwise I'd just be going to America on my own. But, we both want to go, but the problem that we've got is that if we ever go, we've got so many people that want us to visit.
Yeah.
It's unreal. And they're all in different parts of America. So we've got, Shading's told us if we ever go to America and we don't visit him, he'll hate us forever. So we're going to visit him. And then we'll probably want to visit, Muku. And then there's, my friends that live... I've got a friend who lives in New England. So I'd have to go and visit that. And it's just I ain't got the money to visit everybody.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy the holiday. My entire holiday would be visiting people.
Here's an incentive to come visit me. You guys come visit me, I'll take you to Disneyland.
Oh, yay!
It's funny.
Doctor said he would. The
many times I've been to San Francisco, me and I have never once planned to meet each other because he only lives about 3 hours away from San Francisco.
Not even that.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, no, it's probably less than that. It's probably 2 hours away.
Yeah. It's only an hour drive.
Well, it depends on the traffic, actually.
Admittedly, though, Nightwing lives so close, but we've been to, the city that Nightwing lives in so many times, and we've just never bothered to meet up with him. Never bothered to message him and go, hey, Nightwing, you free?
Just start shouting his name on the streets, he might answer.
Yeah.
Just start shouting Nightwing. We've said as well that if we do ever meet up for this drink, we'd all call each other by the names that we know. So it'd be Nightwing, John Terry, the Doctor, and Rose Tyler. People would look at us very weird.
Yup. Oh,
I
God.
remember one time Link called me by my real name in voice, and it sent a shiver of cringe down my back.
Yeah.
For some reason, him calling me by my real name, for some reason, made me feel like he had some ulterior motive behind it.
Nightwing called me by my real name the other day by accident.
Oh gosh.
For some reason, when Nightwing called me by my real name, because he was just trying to see what my real name was, it was fine. I didn't get Link vibes. Because Nightwing is not a man who has ulterior motives,
This actually is my real last name.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it actually is my real last name.
Oh.
Well, that's
I don't have that problem.
That's helpful.
See, Rose is nowhere near anything of my name. Neither is Tyler. They're not anywhere close to any of my names. I've got, if you don't count my last name, I've got 3 names. So, they're none of them. And the only people that call me by my name in chat, my actual name, is obviously the Doctor, and I'll call it in by accident. I'll stumble and go in the Doctor and then his real name. I'll be because I don't call them in the flat. We don't walk around going, hey Doctor, hey Rose.
Yeah.
It's just like Harley and Josh. It's just our actual names. But the only people the only other person that calls me by my name sometimes is Muku, and it's a bit weird because I know he knows my name, but it's still a bit weird. It's just oh yeah, you know my name. Sorry, because when he calls me by my real name, I'll just call him by it. So
Yeah.
But it's it's just weird knowing that people don't actually call me by my actual name here.
You kind
I'm
of
just
get
used to being
used to it, you know, how you have your own alias online and you expect people to call you by that than your real name.
Yeah, like Iron Skull 86, nowhere even close to my real name.
Well,
Not at all.
I still remember that
Blimey.
one day, your nephew was pounding on your door and everything.
God.
I was just thinking to myself, if I never knew your name before, well, now I know it pretty well.
Yup. That was funny.
And didn't he break your doorknob in the process?
Yeah, he did, and I got locked in my room for a short while. He broke the doorknob off.
Wanted you to get out so badly, he accidentally locked you in.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Let's see, how far in are we? Wow, we're an
Pretty
hour
far,
and 10 minutes
Yeah.
in. Wow,
Nice.
really? We're an hour and 10 minutes in?
I know that we've done
Just so
pretty
we didn't
well
have
this time.
So we didn't have a lot to talk about.
Well,
We've
you know,
managed it.
well, you know, honestly, the best thing to do is just find certain topics to talk about and just keep talking about it.
Oh god. That's amazing image mission.
Oh, no.
Types Google into Google to get to Google.
Oh, okay, that's brilliant.
That is.
You know, what if Google put a function if you type that in and it just comes to a different screen saying you're already there?
Yeah.
That's great.
That'd be pretty good.
I remember in school when everybody used to say if you type Google into Google, you'll break the internet.
It's like dividing by 0.
Oh dear.
Alright. I think we've winded down a bit.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
it'll be time to end this episode. I thank
Yeah.
everybody who stuck around listening to this. I'm hopefully sure, hoping that people stuck around this time. I don't think it was the disaster of last episode.
Nowhere near.
This was way
This was
better in
much
my
better.
opinion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for everybody in this episode for being here, and I hope Nightwing is better for the next time we're here, so he can return hosting. If
Freaking
not,
better be.
if not, then
Better,
I think at this point I'm fine of taking over again. At this point, you know, let's do it. I'll do it all again myself.
Nightwing's fired.
Oh God, he'd love that actually.
He would. Don't say that.
Yeah, don't say that.
Don't give him the idea.
Yeah, don't. He's been trying to get out of things every so often. He knows he can't leave. Just like how I'm not allowed to leave JAWA. So thank
I'm
you.
not allowed to retire.
The standard trying to end it and then we just keep talking over it.
I know, right?
The episode that never ends because we won't let it end. And then everyone will start disliking it because it just doesn't end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all like fake endings, like a wrestling match. You know, it's just
And false endings, just one kick
Yeah.
out at 2 every single time. Yeah, do not get me started about WrestleMania. Don't get me
Oh
started.
gosh.
oh, all right. I don't want to.
Yeah.
We'll be here for another hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would be. It would turn into a 2-hour episode with 1 hour being an entire rant on WrestleMania. Don't worry, there are already YouTubers, wrestling YouTubers who've done the rants already for over an hour and stuff. We don't need to add to that.
Just do a podcast special. Of
Yeah.
a rant.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'll make sure to bring a link.
Tune
on
in
to-
next week.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see everybody next time on the JAWA Podcast.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.